Alright, so before I dive into this review, I am going to assume that you have already watched the movie American Psycho. But if you have not, then why are you even here? Alright, after watching the movie, maybe you have come across those Ohio Sigma edits of Patrick Bateman made by 14-year-old kids, and eventually you might have discovered this novel. So, this book is 100 times more brutal, darkly funny, and boring than the actual movie. In the book, we are completely inside Patrick's head, experiencing his inner monologues. So, whenever he meets someone, we don't get their name right away. Instead, we are flooded with unnecessary details about what brand of ties, shoes, pants, and coat they are wearing. So, this is definitely not for everyone, and a lot of readers might find it boring. But if you are curious to get inside the mind of this psycho, then you can make it through. And get this, in the first 100 pages, there is not a single murder scene. Yep, you heard me. The opening 100 pages are only about the fancy restaurants where Patrick eats his lunch, his friend's designer ties, and what music he listens to. There are even entire chapters where Patrick just talks about his music collection and the artist behind it. So, everybody might not find it very engaging. Now, once you start reading this book, you might find yourself impatiently waiting for the murder scenes. But when they finally arrive, you might regret that wish because they are genuinely terrifying and disturbing. You actually feel pity for Patrick's victim, which is something the movie does not capture fully. In the movie, he attacks quickly and we don't get to see the victim's faces up close. But in the book, you get disturbing details how the victim feels, the expression on their faces, and Patrick is even more unhinged in the novel. In one chapter, he drinks his own urine. Sorry for the spoiler. Now, I want to give you some insight into the character of Patrick Bateman, even though this is a book review. Patrick Bateman is not just a person in a fictional world, he is an idea. He represents the act of pretending to be someone else to appear cool in front of others or to impress others. Think of those 14-year-olds trying to imitate those Sigma edits of him. That is what Patrick Bateman is. He is a facade, a mask that we put on to appear different from what we really are. The story's message was about every individual is unique and does not need to act like someone else to gain approval. Patrick Bateman, despite his wealth, health, and looks, is deeply unhappy with his life because he is not a genuine person. He is a constructed persona craving for attention to feel superior. Even his music tastes are shallow. He only talks about them to appear cool and intellectual in front of others. So whenever I see people trying to imitate Batman as some kind of Sigma figure, it bothers me because it goes against what the book warns us about. Don't live your life pretending to be someone which you are not. So if you are wondering whether you should read it or not, I will say yes even as a total beginner. Because it was my second novel only and I made it through. So if you want to deep dive into the twisted mind of Patrick Bateman and if you have enough patience to tolerate his endless inner monologues, then it's worth a read. This book is about This book is around 400 pages and it took me about 3 months to finish it. You can grab it on Flipkart or Amazon. Alright, that's it. Bye.